Hello, y'all. This is Andrew here with the morning weather debriefing. Currently, if we look at the models here, the newest HRRR at 10 Zulu time, here we can see there's these cells kind of going over northern Michigan here, along with this predominant cell right here, which is really drawing my eye. And if we look at the click soundings for specifically this storm, we're going to see marginal tornado with this shear here that is really great. Updraft in the storm is not the greatest, but the shear could definitely get this storm rotating and definitely possibly cause a tornado to be on the ground. Here, if we continue looking at the track of this, you can see it goes over northern Michigan through Gaylord, Petoskey, Charlevoix area from 9 to 12 p.m. tonight. Here, the atmosphere is just a mess. It's really unstable here. So you can see as we scroll through this, we have this giant surge of Cape being brought up. Along with that, you can see these photographs here, which show the upper and lower rotation in the atmosphere, which is what we're really concerned about right here. And you can see, once again, a marginal tornado. Nothing too big. Moving over to the SPC, we see we got a slight risk, and it got a 2% tornado warning here. Now, I could maybe see this being bumped up to maybe 5% sometime today, just due to the nature of the models right now. But at this current time, I think it's safe to say there is a 2% chance of it happening. Now, not going to say it's not going to happen. It's not going to say it is going to happen. Our county warning office said this morning here, said, given a strong low level shear and potential for surface-based instability, a low-end tornado will be in place. So that's our main concern right now, is because the National Weather Service saying that there will be. Going over here to the NAM model and see the shortwave, which is the reason behind this, is you can see it's pushing all this air and forcing it pretty much to go across. You can see the click sounding here. And you can see these upper air winds. It's kind of pushing across, especially if I click like probably right here. You see there's some strong surface winds, but over here you can see it's really pushing along. So that's creating the rotating environment that we want for big storms to form. So that's pretty much why, and we might get hit with another round here if this materializes, but we'll get more on that later. Back to the HRRR model. Looking at the updraft helicity, you can see, wow, uh, just these long track updrafts here. And this is what's really going to start causing the most concern is these updraft helicity tracks. And this not saying this is where the tornado is going to be, but this is a sign of that there could be a tornado. Let's look at STP here, and you can see these tracks is kind of going along. They're pretty random at times, but you can see the most STP we've seen is probably over here in Green Bay into Milwaukee. Not to say there is stuff happening here. Biggest concern is most likely over here. Not to say there's not going to be anything over here. Um, Look at Mixler's Sin. This is the stability in the atmosphere, and you can see it dies down pretty much of where we don't want it to be for life and property damage. And you can see how the storm takes that, and there's not much here. So it's in the low tens. Over here, there's not going to be any too severe weather. So the SIN or SIN H convection inhabilitation stops the instability. It's pretty much the stability in the atmosphere. So what we're looking at is Cape, which is the instability. You can see how the storm moves this line of instability or Cape through the Michigan, and that's where your big storms are going to happen right there. And you can see through the forecast loop is that's what's happening. Once again, shear is a number one thing needed for an environment, and we got that. And see here, the cell, once again, up here has shear in it, and it just kind of moves across, and then there's your big plethora of shear going and a bulk shear spin in the atmosphere over here. That's also reflected here in the sounding. Another thing I like to look at is this, just because of the nature of it, and this really shows you the rotation of the environment. And you can see the bigger the gap is between the spikes, the more shear there is. So ideally for this environment, you would want to see the red spike be like right here and 850 like right there. So that would be detrimental if that happened. Now you can see there is cells here where they do kind of opposite, and they create kind of a anticyclonic storm mode happen in there, which is exactly what you see there. But down here in like Grand Rapids, you can see that there is regular cyclonic shear happening, or rotation. So lightning is going to look like this for the next 18 hours or so. And you can see how that just kind of, the first storm kind of moves across. You might see a lot of cloud to ground lightning. And then we'll also get that other storm, which is the one I'm concerned about going across. We have about one every minute. This is what I currently have for our shear risk analysis here, is this. Uh, so severe thunderstorms will be possible on Tuesday, primarily across the Great Lakes region, portions of the Midwest. Potential hazards with any storms that develop will be strong winds, hail, and a tornado or two cannot be ruled out. Um, now with that, here is my current map of where I think the greatest risk will be as of last night, Monday, as of 12 midnight of yesterday. So this is what will possibly happen. So yeah, that's what I think today's forecast is going to look like. If you like the video today, don't forget to subscribe. It helps out. Thank you.